At the end of the day, are you supposed to sit in your room and think about why do you need representation? And why you always go out there and try to make yourself well known or just to get a few likes on your recent post? Is representation thing real? Well, this podcast isn't real. However,
I think you know, and I know you do. Between you and some cash, would you think I choose? With correct amount, you can buy a son with a capital, with a relevant whatever I sell, whatever I sell, you should buy, yeah. In this world of capital.
however, ultimately everyone wants to be recognized, and does it really matter if it comes from the natural life law to spread yourself among your kind, or some trauma based on your parents' inability to give you a necessary amount of attention? Eventually, you end up on TikTok making silly faces and copying other people's trends. It seems ridiculous at the time, but now is considered more than normal. Hmm. Even so-called superstars copy-paste videos with their trendy sound or transition on TikTok, so why shouldn't you? So it really just comes to the point where we all are heading during our lifetime, to the point of getting attention for the sake of protecting as a child, leave something behind if you are an adult being, and get proper care when you become senile. And I can only guess that those universal things are being transmogrified by our incredible brain juice into varieties of attention seeking, going to a party, talking to strangers, founding a corporation and plan a trip to Mars while the world is on fire. The last one would give you the attention. And to the guy who actually made it, hard on. Personally, I've been there way too many times in my opinion. I've had successful Instagram account which I could easily monetize but never had the time or power to actually sit down and think it through. At some point it felt like some obligation to write even a small description under my own fresh post. I have okay editing skills when it comes to picture editing, so I use my creativity to make sure that there are some dark artsy pictures with clever color scheme and niche art style. Certain people loved those and used to subscribe quite well, but as soon as I found out there was a minor drop of activity under my posts, I did quit it. Just like that. I felt only natural to do so. There was no question about it. Now I like to fight for things in my life a little bit longer, especially if I can get clout after certain actions. There is nothing that can really stop me, as long as it doesn't hurt other people. And even this rule can be incredibly flexible if I start to think about it. My current location doesn't allow me to get a large space for experiment, however, there is always some kind of rabbit hole here and there. And can I just mention the fact that I just like to do stuff online in general? Like, it just feels right to do things that I don't consider profitable. And all of a sudden, I benefit from my online presence in the most specific way. And I can't get enough of those pleasant surprises. To be perfectly honest with you, for instance, there is a small business owner that watches my content of whatever kind on Insta, TikTok, or even the smallest YouTube channel possible. And he's a local for me, so I'm buying flat white from his coffee shop every now and then. My representation works here, though it's incredibly small considering I'm not buying large promotion campaigns from social media services. This example of representation value is way too small to brag about, but it works exactly the way I like it to work. And it goes without saying. I will be the small business owner's regular client just as a token of my appreciation of him making my existence 1% more relevant. Representation becomes a big thing, and it hardly matters if some people think otherwise. It's just that those people redirect their craving for attention more on an intimate, inner levels of their lives. Family, really close friends. They say those people are the only ones who matter for them, and what I hear from it is I have nothing to show other people. My personality is an empty canvas. Sorry, not sorry for sounding a bit harsh, but I want to be honest with you. Those people go and make TikTok videos right after they get a crazy good idea, which stay crazy and good in their heads only. And after they successfully fail, the execution of those projects, shooting a video mostly as an example here, they bail and continue their original narrative about family and closest friends who matter for them so much more than random people on the internet. I have a few acquaintances just like this, so I think I know what I'm talking about, though feel free to judge me for this opinion, honestly. I feel like it hits something mean in me. I have some issues with people who claim their right to sound protective over their obsession with personal connections. That's why even when I love Avatar 2 so much for the main idea of it, I still have some weird emotional background going on after the very last seconds of the movie, with all that generic talk about how you should protect your family if you're a male or something like that. I could quote it directly to you here, but I know how such a big of a deal this movie is. It would be instantly copyright claimed. Hear me ranting about it in my previous episode of this podcast, actually. So you don't have to be as generic to prove your relevance to this world. And with that being said, you will definitely crave that. You will do anything to leave traces of your existence on the surface of this planet, and certainly your existential dread will appear from time to time on the horizon, no matter what you achieve in life. You just have to keep it going and see what's going to happen along the way, and then in the end of it. It's exciting whether your cloud is immense or not existing. Thank you for hearing my rant again. This is all I have to say on this today's special about why you are relevant. Hope you enjoyed, and I see you in the next one.